P. Carleton.
Thank you very much, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. The testimony of the OPP Commissioner is very clear. The investigation into the Liberal government over the deleted emails in the gas plant scandal is real. It is ongoing, and it could see jail time of up to 14 years for anybody who is committed of a crime. The time has come for the Premier to follow our lead and call for a judicial inquiry into the $1 billion gas plant scandal and the role that her party played. So I'm asking the Premier today, will the Premier show some integrity and denounce a judicial inquiry into the $1.1 billion gas plant scandal?
Thank you. Premier.
Government House Leader, Mr. Speaker.
Government House Leader, sir.
Mr. Speaker, really, I'm a little bit disappointed in the member for the question that she's just raised. I mean, at the end of the day, Mr. Speaker, we have a situation where the OPP, we are aware, is looking into a matter, and I think that members of this House are very aware that we allow the police, we allow law enforcement to do their work. We don't draw conclusions or, as she has done, make insinuations here in the legislature. Mr. Speaker, let's allow the police to undertake their work. What Commissioner Lewis confirmed to the committee is that he is getting excellent cooperation from the government and those that he is asking questions of. There will be a point where he will report back, Mr. Speaker, and until then, as I said, Mr. Speaker, I think this question is really beneath that member.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, that answer was actually beneath that minister. That's probably why he's deciding to run away from this place after the next election. The Premier admitted that the gas plant cancellation was a political decision. We know it wasted $1.1 billion that could have been used to ensure children across this province got the medication they need for their severe diseases rather than have to take their fight here at Queen's Park. She has been Premier for over a year. She has lost 4 MPPs in that time. She has lost her campaign manager. In fact, she's even losing you. Her government is in decline. The OPP is investigating. The OPP was very clear that there could be jail time for any crimes committed by this government. Her priorities are not those of this Premier, of this province. So I will ask again, if they will not call a judicial inquiry, as our leader Tim Hudak has asked, will they at least call an election?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Let the member from Renfrew sit down. Government House Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to say on a personal note, Mr. Speaker, I appreciated her warm remarks, Mr. Speaker, but you know, Mr. Speaker, you can't run from it, Mr. Speaker. The fact of the matter is, in the last election, it was the leader of her party who was on YouTube saying if he was Premier of this province, he would, Mr. Speaker, he would cancel the gas plants.
The member from the P and Carleton will come to order. And I don't need armchair quarterbacks, and I would wish this to stop while I'm speaking. Finish, please.
Mr. Speaker, it was her party where we had candidates going out, knocking on doors, sending out tweets, having robocalls saying the only way to cancel the gas plants was to elect the Progressive Conservative Party as the government. The fact of the matter, Mr. Speaker, which she cannot escape, is that every party in this legislature had the exact same promise, Mr. Speaker. The question before us is how in the future can we ensure that the siting of gas plants is done in a better way. That is what this side of the House wants to deal with, Mr. Speaker, and I think it's time that they came clean.
Thank you. New question.